Greetings, Nakama, and welcome to a series that narrows in on the dark side of human nature by depicting it in its truest sense of absolute beauty. As confusing as that statement may sound, within the spring 2023 anime season, audiences are inundated with series that are constantly contending for top of the week, each bringing with it a journey and a world for us to be able to explore that is unique all to its own, and constantly a mix in the talks of the week, along with the redemption arcs, in-depth portrayals of the Japanese business industry, or fantastical stories parallel with sibling resilience. April through June has seen the anime community constantly alight with things that don't slow down as we begin to jump into MAPPA's latest entry, Hell's Paradise. As always, if you want more anime explainers, be sure to like and subscribe for more in-depth deep dives. And with that being said, Nakama, let's get reckless. And reckless we shall get. With many of the shows in the series we break down of our community, there reside a level of structure within them. Yet, despite the familiar world Hell's Paradise presents us with, what is garnered from peeling back the layers isn't only a tale of adventure, but a mirror to all the watchers. While this does not hit the levels of, say, an early Psycho-Pass or parallel in real life show like, Black Mirror, image that the viewer sees is one that is both beautiful and gruesome. It's a brilliant setting piece when you think about it. When viewing Yuji Kaku Sensei's work, this could have taken a more gruesome tone when depicting the realities of the human experience. And within the story, we explore an island within the mist, while slowly coming to the horrors that everything may seem beautiful, but reality is actually stranger than fiction. As quickly as it is for the inhabitants of Hell's Paradise's story, the audience is along for the ride for what comes to bloom, and begins to spell doom for the motley crew within this series. And this is when the true brilliance of whom we follow comes into effect, because we have the baddest of the bad in this midst. In many brutal death games, many of the inhabitants fall into two different types of camps. For lack of a better word, there are the prisoners and the guards. And I don't think anyone in this story is going to disagree, for as with many death games, where we see criminals set out unchained, we see the coupling of those condemned and the feudal Judge Dreads that must walk beside them. Our story centers on the prisoner seeking a pardon for the past lives in order to start anew, and the carrot for those that walk beside him, a chance at becoming the new head of a prestigious sect, the Yamada Asaman family of executioners. A tempting offer for the convicts and the cops that must ensure they don't sway from their mission. But as the executioners soon realize, their presence isn't particularly needed, for the genesis of them even coming was to ensure that the baddies did not return to society. If there were any attempts, their instructions were to end their lives as quickly as possible. Yet the beautiful, fearsome nature of the island itself presents the natural barrier from the onset, correlating in a potential trap residing at the end of the series for anyone lucky enough to actually find the sought-after prize. What's the prize, you may ask? Well, what else would a shogun fear but the specter of death itself? The final transaction to this great purchase we call life. Mortality is by far the best example to highlight the thorns of humanity, the perfect barbs of the experience that we all share, and at every point for everyone, the smallest thing that can take it all away. As the audience and the participants of the blood race begin the task of facing off amongst themselves, the bloodlust of the combatants also breathe life into the story. It is not only the island that brings death, but those alongside you that do as well. The primal urges spread like wildfire. The beauty of life, the fire to survive. Hell's Paradise is only just getting started within its thematic depiction, all the while engaging the most nuance of personal understandings. Thorns of humanity and the edges that come with being alive allow even unaware participants to understand certain basic fundamentals about life. Within the story, we root for the edgy ninja Gabimaru and his wholesome yet deadly Yamada Asaman executioner waifu Sagiri as they begin to exchange words. We are witness to very deliberate sprinkles of character framework and are able to become fully aware when a character of interest is able to develop, learn, and grow. And within such, we are able to consolidate around a more nuanced thorn in the side of humanity. Mortality is incredibly simple to understand, but when one begins to look between the lines, more information about the story this world resides in and the message it seeks to elicit is more approachable. And Gabimaru's statement in episode 5 depicts the framework brilliantly. The villagers used to say that you can't know how strong you are until you've experienced a lot for yourself. Life experience simply having a working understanding of the world and allowing yourself to be immersed and impacted is a thorn in the side of anyone who seeks to make the most of the time that they have left. The fear of rejection or physical pain, developing an unhealthy picture of yourself, or not having an accurate view of the realities that others face. Allowing yourself to be a part of the world, growing from the world, and even sometimes being hurt by the world. Growth is a lane that comes with bumps and bruises and pain along the way. It is how we understand these instances and how they affect us. It is where the strength of experiences comes into play. Granted, I want no one to experience this thorn, but as it stands, this is a great example at the bewitching nature the story provides. Because as we experience more of the world, we are able to grow and continue. And within this world and within these life experiences, we find the next stinging piece that allows us to feel the impact of life. The fulfilling allure of having conviction, but the realization of the mountain that must be surmounted in order to obtain the release of one's true conviction. As Sagiri-chan looks in awe as Gabimaru steels himself, it really becomes clear what it means to grab conviction and the weight of the decision that comes with it. While seemingly a hollow emo shell, this mopey pro-tycoon underwhelms all until the weight of his reputation comes crashing into their reality. A realization that generally comes a few seconds before throats start getting ripped out, someone's skull is literally lit on fire. Oh yeah, and then there was the time he put his palms through someone's chest. Yeah, bro's lethal. But within that is the soul of someone that generally does not want to take life, and a soul that truly understands the weight of taking it away. And within this world, a second's hesitation could end in a fatal flaw, justifying the need for quick, efficient, and deadly decisiveness. But within the strength shown resides one of the most painful thorns. And in a clash against the Yuri, Gabimaru completes this deep dive for us, depicting doubt. And yes, this is quite a confusing thorn, especially when he was just used as the depiction of conviction. But Gabimaru, while trying to detach himself in order to take a life, pauses momentarily on why it is so difficult to complete a swing that has ended thousands of lives before. A moment that strikes him harder than any swing he has come into contact with before and since. The frustration of a thorn that can't be understood was just sheer grit, in the frustrating reality of not being able to outmuscle the minute. Such is where Yuji Kaku's tact for storytelling shines through. The layers of Gabi-san are on full display as this short series begins to fully blossom. What awaits on the island is not only a testament to what the characters must overcome, but humanity as well. Death, experiences, conviction, doubt. All such basic aspects of the beautiful world that they inhabit, that we inhabit, are brought to life within a brilliant series. Also, you're able to understand the beauty of the world in this crazy thing we call life. And that, my Nakama, is why you should watch Hell's Paradise.